Hello and welcome to another Dominaria Draft League. This is Oldmanpoole. We've opened up a pretty spicy pack here. This would be a great sealed pack, I think, more than anything else, but I think we're just going to take Siege Gang Commander. I've actually picked this a couple of times in the format already. I kind of wish we got a chance to play maybe a few other rares, but I can't really complain taking one of the best ones in the set. I do like Daring Archaeologist, fine. Valduk is super cool. I'm sure it will not come back around. Academy Journey Mage has been very impressive. I like Keldon Raider. There's some good stuff in here, but just gonna take the All-Star Bomb, I suppose, and not complain too much. Before we get too deep into the draft, I do want to thank everyone that's been so supportive lately. Thanks for all the likes and the comments, and definitely all of you that have subscribed. If you haven't subscribed yet, definitely do it. I put out new videos every Tuesday and every Saturday. It's always sweet limited content, and I would love to have you guys as part of the community. I play a lot of Magic Online, but I've also recently been doing more Magic Arena, which is getting just sweeter and sweeter. It's amazing what they've done with that format already, and I'm excited to see where it goes. But yeah, thanks so much, you guys. You guys are the best. Let's get on with the draft. Ooh. Following it up with a pretty powerful second effect, maybe Song of Freyalise. Obviously not terrible with tons and tons of goblins in play. Yeah, I mean, I don't think that like green-red is one of the most exciting color combinations in the set, but this is, if not a bomb level card, very close to it. And yeah, I think we're just gonna pick that up. I do like Juggernaut. Urza's Tome is a cool card. I'm not sure I found a deck that I've played it in, but it seems like it should be good in some of the various white, black, white, blue, maybe even white, red historic cards. Seems kind of cool with Squee. Yeah, let's take Song of Freyalise. So we have Shauna, which is very, very good in the kind of grow wide strategies, which does work with the song. We can also just take Saproling Migration. This is quite good with Song of Freyalise as well. Don't think this card's going to come around. I think people have kind of wised up to how good it is. There's also Mishra's Self-Replicator, which maybe we should just take because it's very, very powerful. It fits into kind of a specific deck that isn't necessarily one that either Song of Freyalise or the Siege Gang Commander want, but I think this is a pretty cool card, and definitely can be good. Very good with Bona, the blue-black legendary, where you can bring back a couple of historic cards kind of in a row and get good value. I think I'm just going to take Sapling Migration. Siege Gang Commander is good enough that I'm going to try and stay in red if we can. I could see taking Shauna. I could also see taking the Replicator here, but we're just going to take the green card, I think. Alright, Primeval's Glorious Rebirth is not really a thing. Neither is Mammoth Spider. We could take Deathbloom Thallid, which is just a very solid card. It isn't a different color, but the Saproling Dex is a good deck when it comes together. I don't really like Nature Spiral. Yeah, this pack's kind of bad. I think I'm just going to take the Thallid. It's a little bit speculative, but I don't think we're really going to miss Mammoth Spider or like the Guardians. So it looks like both red and green may be getting cut off some. I might just take the Tetsuko here. This has been a very, very impressive card to me as well. Being able to make all of your either, I guess, power or toughness 1 creatures unblockable means that 3 1s and 2 1s in the format tend to get in, and it's going to be one of the best aggressive cards. Really can be fantastic in like the Wizard's deck, despite not being a wizard, and just kind of beat down in general. I think it's the highest power level card here by a fair margin. So I guess we're going to take our 4th color and 5 cards. So we have a Fungal Plot. You guys know I'm a sucker for Fungal Plots. There's a little bit more in the way of black here. Rampaging Cyclops is okay, but not fantastic. I think we're just going to keep taking the most powerful card, and I think Fungal Plots is that. Calico Skin Witch maybe gives it a little bit of a run for its money, but I think I'm heaviest in green over anything else right now. So taking another green card doesn't seem terrible. Okay, there's a Thallid Omnivore as well. This is a pretty good card just kind of in general. If you are sacrificing Saprolings, it gives you a little bit more upside. Yeah, let's take the Omnivore, I think. Out of this pack, we have what? We have Yargle, I guess, is our black option. I really don't like Demonic Vigor much. Maybe Soul Salvage? This card's fine, if not exciting. And I think that actually the green-black deck is one of the worst places for it. We also have Gitu Journey Mage. If somehow we ended up still playing red, that's maybe the play. I'm gonna take Soul Salvage though. Journey Mage is okay. Oh wow, well, man. I don't know what direction we're going here. I feel like we've seen like some reasonable green, a little bit of a late omnivore, and like blue and red were kind of cut, but now we're just getting like all the blue and red back. I think Journey Mage might just be better than Valduk, although I guess Valduk plus Tetsuko is a heck of a powerhouse. I think I'm going to take Valduk. I could see taking the Journey Mage. It's maybe the safe pick. Valduk, I don't know, goes in a very different sort of deck than what we've tried to put together so far. I don't know what color we're supposed to be in, though. This is not going simply, certainly. The more I think about it, maybe Valduk was silly over the Journey Mage. I don't know, though. I don't know. Let's try and take, like, Guardians of Koilos here. We could also take, like, Divest, I guess. Divest is a fairly reasonable sideboard card. Cabal Evangel's also one. Yeah, maybe let's take Divest. I really don't like the Guardians much. I think we can do better. I guess Drudge, Sentinel. Black's seeming like kind of open, but it's also sort of all low-hanging fruit. Yeah, I don't know. We're gonna have to commit pretty early in this next pack, I think, on the direction of our deck. So hopefully we just open up a fantastic non-white bomb and can dive in. Okay, well, Hinterland Harbor is not what I think of when I think of bombs. We can just take Eldritch Reborn. We're maybe most cemented in black, but black doesn't have a ton of like really crazy exciting cards. There is another Valduk. We don't have any payoffs for it right now, although it is very, very powerful if we were to get some more. Also Juggernaut, which is colorless. That has the advantage that it's very likely to make any of our decks. I think Eldritch Reborn is better than Juggernaut. Maybe not by miles. Juggernaut is colorless. I think I'm going to take Eldest. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure what I'm doing. There's a Dreadshade, I guess, if we really want to go down the black train. Okay, I think we're going to count out blue, at least, and say we're going to be black, and we're either going to be black-red or black-green. So for being black-red, Chronicler is powerful, Power Intervention's fine, and green, like Ancient Animus. I'm kind of tempted by the Dreadshade. The shade, I think, is perfectly fine, not absurd. But I guess for maybe we're heavy enough in black, I should just pick it up. This has the merit that it's fine pretty much at any point in the game. But it is obviously best if you can play turn 3. Yeah, I don't know. I'm going to take Shade. I think we're farthest in that direction. Not seeing much green here. And green, I felt like really, really dried up last pack. Even though we did get some like really powerful cards. I think some of the best cards we have are in green. Maybe that's just silly to keep pushing in that direction. Okay, so if we have Fire Fist Adept, we don't really have anything that plays off of it right now. But it's okay. We also have Skizix, also have Gitu Chronicler. As far as Chronicler, what are we getting back? We have not really any removal. Although we'll probably, hopefully, pick up some more. Might just take the Skizix here. I think this is a perfectly fine kind of serviceable card. And won't matter too much what variety of deck we end up in. We'll not be unhappy with it. Okay, well, not seeing like great black and red here, but we are seeing a lot of black and red relative to the other cards. Don't really like Fervent Strike tons. I might just take like Stronghold Confessor here. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else that's really all that exciting. Okay, some good black here. Another Academy Journey Mage. I guess if we'd hopped in that direction, we maybe could have gotten there. I think I'm just going to take Urgoros. I like Urgoros quite a bit. It's a very reasonable 6-drop. And I think this is a format that frequently rewards 6-drops. Memorial to Folly is powerful, although it's better if you have better creatures than we do. Yeah, just going to take Urgoros here, I think. Ooh, settle the score. Okay. So we are pretty confident that black is open. This is kind of our main color here. But that's really good. We are definitely lacking on removal, and this is a pretty solid card. Being Sorcery Speed hurts it just a little bit, but not tons. I will play a 4-mana Exile effect in any deck. Pretty much any format, pretty much any time. Rat Colony, or killed an Overseer, or I guess Rampaging Cyclops. None of these 3 cards seem super exciting to me. It's possible we should just take Rat Colony because having some 2-drops to fill out is good. Kill an Overseer is, I think, the most powerful. I think I'm just going to take that. Alright. I think we can get some more like cheap rat colony sort of stuff. Ooh, so kind of a tough pick here. I do like the Omnivore quite a bit. Memorial to Folly though is also good, and also Blood Tallow Candle. People have kind of wised up, including me, to how good this card can be in a slow format. Sometimes you just really need removal, and this deck needs some removal. We kind of have two spells right now, because Siege Gang Commander often kind of does the job too. I want the Omnivore? Honestly, I'm not sure between these three. I think I'm going to take this guy, but I'm not 100%. Well, the third Omnivore makes it a little bit worse too. Yeah, I still am going to take it here, but I kind of wish we would have taken one of our other options there. Probably the Candle. I think I want Candle more than anything else. Already have a Divest, not going to play it, hopefully. Don't like Thing of Killed, especially in a deck that is as low on red as this is. I guess I'll take Dredge Sentinel. Kind of hoping we don't play any of these guys. And there's another boring 2-drop in Cabal Evangel, but you never know, need to play it. Don't really like Final Parting. I guess we do have some kind of high, like powerful top end, but eh. Alright, and Abomination. Black does definitely seem open. I think we successfully navigated our way into that, despite that first pack being kind of a roller coaster. Ooh, super excited. So Varix Bladewing, just a fantastic open here. We're definitely heavier in black than we are in red, but we are not going to look this guy, turn this guy down. There's a lot of good cards in here for us. It's possible that we wheel Vicious Offering, Eldritch Reborn, or Settle the Score, since black has seemed quite open. At the very least, probably a Skin Witch. This pack is loaded for black, but we are going to take the red card here. I think this is the most powerful. I do really like quality removal, but Varix is great on turn 4 and great on turn 7, and that's kind of makes for a bomb. Hopefully some of that makes it back around to us. Am I comfortable at this point taking Memorial to Folly? We're still maybe a little bit light on playables. There's some cards I'd rather not play out of this. Yeah, I mean, probably wouldn't want all the Omnivores. Maybe wouldn't want, like, Valduk. Although I guess we're to the point where most of these are fine. Soul Salvage is actually probably going to be pretty good, because we have some really good top end. I guess Winged Acolyte is a little bit tempting. I think we're just going to take the Memorial here. I think we can get away with it. And having these tap lands that give you value are pretty nice. There is a Rona. I think we're just going to take Fire Intervention. There is a Skittering Surveyor. Not really anything we want to splash, was there? I think splashing Song of Freyalise is not really where you want to be. I do like Surveyor. I don't think it's going to be played. Well, it would get played just as a 3, like a solid 3-drop that helped fix for red, probably, in a mostly black deck. I think I want the Fire Intervention, though. I do want more removal, and this is not exciting, but playable. I can see that Skittering Surveyor being just absolutely fantastic in some decks, but I don't think we're quite there. I think I'm going to take the Blood Tallow Candle here as well. I think our bombs are kind of our power in this deck, which means if we can just, keep some reasonable removal, that might be the best way we win. I do like Rona. I guess we'd taken the Surveyor, maybe that would be the pick. Dark Bargain's also perfectly fine. I'm going to take the Candle, I think, here. Hey, Tiana, I am a fan of. Still don't have a ton of wizards, I don't think. No. So that makes Fire Fist Adept still sort of whatever. Hilton Overseer is also kind of whatever. I think I'm just going to take Fungal Infection. This is a good card that's shoring up the early game, and I think we need a little bit more help in the early game. So Gitu Chronicler is looking more exciting at this point. Kildan Raider, obviously, pretty solid, although I think the Chronicler is better and nice that can fill in for a 2-drop. We don't have tons of hits right now. I guess almost none, actually. We have, like, Soul Salvage, Settle the Score. We're maybe hoping to wheel a Settle the Score or Vicious Offering, but that might be kind of crazy. That pack was super good for black, though. I think I'm going to take it over Kildan Raider. I think our 4s are already okay. Ooh. Whisper. There is a Short Sword. I think this is like the first equipment we've seen, honestly. I'm not even sure Valduk's going to get played in this deck, though. Whisper seems kind of sweet. Very good with, like, Siege Gang Commander. Kind of sweet with, like, Eldest Reborn. Yeah, I think let's take Whisper. Question mark? I think that's okay. Okay, there's Skin Witch. And this is the next pack, I guess, is our hopefully wheeling something fantastic. Skin Witch is a nice pickup, though, for sure. Oh, no, nothing came around. So yeah, we're going to be tight on removal. I'm glad we have at least one Blood Tallow Candle, but control deck without removal is a little bit rough. We are going to get to enough playables. Wow, no one in the black-green Thalids deck, huh? Or I guess just in Thalids in general in green. That seems kind of absurd to see a Spore Crown Thalid this late, but it is what it is. There is Frenzied Rage. I don't know how far we want to push for Valdic in this deck, though. If we were more aggressive, Frenzied Rage would be good on its own. But, yeah, I think we're just going to have to leave him in the sideboard this time. Rampaging Cyclops. Yeah, whatever. I guess maybe we should have taken Final Parting. I think it's more likely to make the final deck than the Cyclops is, honestly. But I don't think that's particularly likely either. Okay, so I think this was we drafted the seat pretty well. I'm not sure the deck ends up being just the nut, although I think it is fairly good. And we had a really tough first pack, so I'm, yeah, not unhappy with where we're sitting right now. Stronghold Confessor is basically a 4-drop. Don't really want to play the Evangel, especially with a couple of Skin Witches and a Chronicler. Alright, 22 playables, though. So I guess we can't be too picky. What are other options? War Callers are fine. Feral Abomination, kind of whatever. All of our blacks, kind of whatever. I don't like Drudge Sentinel's just not that exciting. I guess Divest is fine. It has the advantage that it's basically never going to miss, so we could play it early. It's also another target for the Chronicler in a deck that doesn't have too many targets. Maybe we want that. Billion Omnivores. Yeah, I don't know. This deck still definitely looks a little bit messy as I kind of glance across it here. We're a little bit tight on playables. We do have some really high top end, though. Barracks is great, Siege Gang Commander's great. We have Settle the Score, Urgros. But, yeah. Okay, I think I'm going to run with something like this. We do have a lot of 2-drops we can side into if we run into an aggressive opponent, which is kind of nice. These guys are nice in that they can be 1/3s early on, but if we get to 6, then they give us pretty good value too. Yeah, I don't know. What are we calling this deck? Like a... yeah, probably a B. Not... I think it's a little bit better than average just because of our star power, but is definitely missing a couple of things to just be absurd too. Let's add in lands. We're definitely going to play Memorial to Folly. And I'm going to skew farther towards swamps. I do want to be able to play Varix and Siege Gang Commander when we get them. Maybe like 10-7. We do have, and actually Get to Chronicler requires double red too. 10-7, is that too much? These are both cards we can play later in the game and be okay with. Yeah, okay, I think I'm going to do 10-7. It's a little bit light on red to be able to play these guys super consistently. It's a little bit light on black to be able to play Dreadshade on turn 3 all the time, but I think it's as good as we're going to get. But cool, I think the deck is sweet, even if it's not perfect. I'm excited to play some games. See you guys for match 1. Alright, we're back for match 1 with a more or less mono black opening, but that's okay. We'll play Dreadshade on turn 3 and then have a follow-up on turn 4. My opponent is playing first. If my opponent's playing like Blue-Red Wizards or a really aggressive start, it's possible we get run over. Well, alright. Yeah, especially if we draw red cards going forward. Okay, this might be kind of tough. I think that the Blue-Red Wizards deck has definitely openings that are tough for any deck to deal with, especially if they're a little bit on the slow side. Double Lava Runner isn't as scary as it can be. I'm not in love either. Okay, well, no Adelies at this point, or is that right? Yeah, Adelies. At least, so that's good. No play. Okay, they might be stuck on colors, in which case we're gonna get some stuff going, so that's good. Play our Dreadshade, and hope that a 3/3 just kind of blocks my opponent's game plan here. Yeah, we're gonna block. If it eats a removal spell, I mean, that's fine. Okay. we're gonna get got by Run Amok at some point anyway. Hopefully they can't follow it up with another threat. They did miss out on playing anything last turn, so. Siege Gang Commander is great, but not when we have no mountains in the deck, apparently. Okay. Well, Thallid Omnivore is another card that might just keep my opponent from being able to attack, which is nice. Right now, at least, we're both playing monocolored decks. Okay, Sheevan Fire, you got me. Okay, down to 11. Skin Witch, that's pretty good. We're turning off being able to play it, although, is it worth kicking? Do we just play Whisper and try and trade? It's obviously not the most exciting thing for this, but I think the upside on kicking the Skin Witch is fairly high, especially if my opponent is actually 2 colors and not just mono red. Maybe they are mono red. That's unusual, but not unheard of in Limited. And we're still just definitely in the blocking camp here. Anything we do to keep ourselves alive. Alright, another Run Amok. No follow-up, no follow-up. E2 Journey Mage. Well, we're just dead then, right? I think so. So we use Kicker. Yeah, I mean, we get the last card out of my opponent's hand, but they just swing for 4. Okay, mono red beats. Mono red beats. We are super dead. It was a fast game, at least, I suppose. On the plus side, I think we actually have a lot of stuff that we can side in here. Don't really like the Dredge Sentinels, just kind of a little bit expensive, a little bit clunky, but we can bring in just a massive number of 2-drops here. Divest seems okay, not absurd. What are we cutting? The Omnivores are a little bit slow. Whisper's kind of nice because it can help us trade in bad cards for good cards later on. Soul Salvage is fine. I think we do need to just kind of cut on top end though. Another Omnivore. Maybe we just cut like all the Omnivores. Anything else? Anything else that we like? Possible Urgros is just kind of expensive. Possible we should not play Whisper too. Maybe this is just a little bit clunky. It's quite good against removal though. And I think we're going to be trading off cards pretty aggressively. Maybe this is a few too many 2-drops. Is there such a thing? Maybe there is. Alright. I think this is okay. Like, we're playing 7 2s, plus like Fungal Infection, and we're on the play. That can't be bad, right? I think we are gonna bring in maybe one more mountain. I guess we brought in 1 Keldon Warcaller. I guess that's it. And then cut a bunch of black cards for a bunch of black cards. Okay, maybe we'll keep it the same then. Alright, we'd like to play first. Got a 2-drop, and a 4-drop and a 6-drop. Still a little bit slow from what I'd like to be, but I don't think this is bad enough that we should toss it back. We also have our first mountain of the of the draft so far, so that's nice. Okay, opponent also has a mountain. Hey, we've got double mountains. Look at us with our perfect mana. And we even have a blocker here. Don't really want to draw any more lands, but we'll deal with it. Looks like we're just gonna get a Run Amok tier. But my opponent can't build out the board, at least. Stronghold Confessor, not quite doing it for us here. Guess we're just gonna pass. And hope they don't have a great follow-up. Pick one, yep. My opponent's got some choices. Champion of Flame. With the potential to equip, we can settle the score of that, though. Which is nice. I'm going to Stronghold Confessor first, and if they want to equip this up, then we gain a pretty significant tempo advantage. We'll take a hit from it, but not even that big, since this doesn't add any toughness. Sorcerer's Wand's good, though. We have to be afraid of this, because late in the game, it's going to start hitting us for 2. Forebearer's Blade. Oh man, my opponent's deck looks good. Okay. Other lands, not really what I'm in love with. I guess maybe, I wish this was instant speed, but maybe we preemptively settle the score of the champion. Then my opponent could equip up, but that would take up all their mana to do so, and we could just trade. And then we have Urgros on board and starting to go. I think we just need to get rid of this guy. And we're just going to pass here. We have drawn a reasonable amount of lands, like, we're not guaranteed to get there by any means, but we're still at 15 life. That's a good spot to be in. Barracks was a fantastic draw. Yeah, let's play Urgaros. Next turn we can swing with that and make a couple of 4/4s. Hopefully that'll put the game away. It's been a fast match, certainly. I guess that's what happens when you play against mono red Runamug. So now they're in kind of a tough position though, because they just can't really effectively use either of their equipments. Like, they swing, they trade, and they get in for some damage, but then Urgaros gets to get them. Yeah, okay, that's fine. Let's go ahead and I guess we'll just block there then if we're giving that opportunity. It lets them, doesn't mean they can re-equip and we get to get rid of the better creature, quote unquote. Ooh, Skin Witch is good, so we could just like obliterate my opponent's hand here. So I guess we want to Skin Witch first in that case, or do we just want to play Barracks? We swing, my opponent goes down to 1 card in hand, we take 4 next turn, which is 7. My opponent's at 16, following turn, even if they start like pinging, it's just not that bad for us, right? Well, maybe we need to be conservative with our life total. It feels so good to pull so many cards out of my opponent's hand though. Yeah, I guess let's do Skin Witch first. And my opponent will get rid of their 2 worst cards, then Urgaros will take 1 of the 2 best remaining in their hand. And they've been stuck on lands, so I think we're likely to get action pretty much across the board here. Maybe Barracks is correct, because odds are we're still going to get some value from the Skin Witch. Radiating Lightning. Interesting. I guess it's just going to the face. Just feels so nice though. Yeah, hitting Flame of Keld is probably pretty good there, because then they can't play it and refuel. Are we just going to throw the Skin Witch in front of the bus? I think we are, just for life. Yeah. Oh, okay, well I guess we'll just block that one. And we get to steal the last card out of my opponent's hand and play 2 4/4s. I'm worried though, because I think we've had like a quite good draw, all things considered. We're maybe a little bit slow. I guess my opponent hasn't been terrible. Alright, well let's swing with Urgaros. Get the last card. Take my opponent down to a much more manageable life total. Oh, Jaya Ballard. Huh, okay. That's not the card I would have kept. I would have kept Radiating Lightning. Huh. I don't think she's particularly good. Even in mono red, they could play her. But, well, I don't know. I guess maybe if you play her consistently. Discarding and drawing is good for lands. There's stuff going on, I guess. Alright. With no further ado, though, Barracks Bladewing, ladies and gentlemen. Also, his good buddy Karox. Karox? We're gonna call it Karox. We can't go for lethal next turn, I don't think. I think we just have to block conservatively here, but we can kill him the turn after, so assuming they don't have anything fantastic, we're not just dead. We could block, take 2, hope they don't have anything, go for lethal. No, because what if they have like +3/+3? Yeah, we just got a double block. Go like that. This plays around Run Amok just fine. They do get to kill both creatures and get in for 1, I guess. Although I don't really want to put Karox in front of it, because then they really can eat everything. I think Run Amok's likely. We'll take 1 point here, if they have that. If not, they may just be trading for a 4/4. Warbler's Blade's good. My opponent's deck looks pretty solid, despite being just 1 color. So they get to ping us for 2. We're gonna play Dreadshade and be able to block. Man, this is like absurdly close. And we had such a good draw. I'm super scared for game 3. I think we're gonna have to get pretty lucky. Fungal Infection's actually not terrible. Let's swing with Urgaros and Karox. No, I guess not. We swing with Urgaros, my opponent goes down to 8, but then Dreadshade and Karox are lethal. My opponent can't quite kill us, and they are top decking at that point. On the other hand, are we just going to block with like Dreadshade plus Skin Witch? We're at 4. This swings, that would be I guess this is 2 toughness, 5 toughness, 8 tail toughness, so even if they had run amok, we don't lose in that case. I think it's still just safer to just swing with Urugros. I believe this game's so close. It feels like we've hit like all of our bombs and our opponent's still just on the edge of killing us. Okay. Happy to pull a land out. Oh, I guess it's indeed a land. I said that without knowing what it was, but... Alright. Got the lethal. Yep. Okay, so we're gonna fungal infection. Now, my opponent's not gonna be able to move the Forebearer's Blade around, which is nice. And I guess we block with everything and say, hey, we probably have lethal next turn. I guess if they have like a Lava Runner though, and they equip with Sorcerers, that's still just not gonna be quite enough. And they would have played it before combat to get the Forebearer going. Yeah. Whew. Man, I'm... I don't know about this next game, guys. My opponent mulligans down to Oblivion in a monocolor deck doesn't seem real likely. That's like our best chance. Oh man. This is rough. The Vest seems good. Hitting an artifact like Forebearer's Blade might be one of our best shots. I wonder if Skizix is bad now. It just can't be, right? Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna change anything else, but nothing but terror from this camp. Nothing but terror. Oh no. Alright, we're gonna mulligan. Our opponent did 2 for what that's worth. Oh no, this isn't very good either. We're gonna keep though. Don't think we can really go to 5. Okay. Put on top. Blue. My opponent plays blue cards? What? My opponent plays blue cards. No, they can't have been that screwed the last 2 games. They side into blue? Maybe they were like originally blue-red wizards and... Huh. I mean, okay, like, they play blue cards. We have too many lands here at this point. We need to hope they don't play good stuff. That's the name of the game here. Don't play good stuff, opponent. Okay, another Lava Runner. Where were you last turn? We needed you, Evangel. Every point of life matters so much. So we are going to play Valduk. If my opponent doesn't have anything, the upside is high. Keldon Overseer will trade with the Lava Runner at some point, which isn't great for us, but... please no, like, run-amucks? Gotta have a run-amok, right? Yeah, alright. Really nothing we can do other than walk into it, unfortunately. Yeah. Okay, down to 16. My opponent's got 3 cards left. Ooh, Keldon Warcaller was a fantastic draw. Okay. Salt of the 2 drops here. Being able to double spell there is a really big tempo boost for us, though. No Adelies. Okay, Journey Mage is good, but not backbreaking. Okay, Urugros is good. Now we just kind of need to find a swamp, and we're getting there. We're getting there. We're just going to play Keldon Overseer as another random blocker. Not going to swing with it. Okay, swamp. Swamp off the top. Come on, deck. Swamp off the top. Yeah, like, true blue. Okay, Academy Journey Mage. How weird. So my opponent just decided that they could pull off mono red, so they were going for it, I guess. That's good, though. I don't think they can take advantage of the tempo. Come on, swamp. Oh, even better. Oh, yes. Thank you. Thank you. Oh. The value, guys. The value. Do we start attacking? I don't think so. Begin with, like, one of these guys, maybe? I think I just want to try and control the game, be as careful as I can possible, and then let Siege Game Commander trade for all their cards and get Urugros online. Don't think we need to attack. That was the draw, though. That was just great. Champion of Flame is a way we could still lose. Okay. This is good for my opponent. This is solid, because I get to trade off a bunch in a couple of turns. Discarded a Lava Runner. Next turn they're going to draw 2. Hopefully not be able to play both. I think I'm still hoping for Swamp. Untitled Confessor's fine, though. So we could play Killed an Overseer, keep up the Siege Gang Commander. Yeah, I think that's best. We are going to start, like, Red Source I control would deal a lot of damage next turn, potentially. But having a Goblin available means that, like, Run Amok ends up being quite a bit worse, which means we probably can block these guys. Well, no, because they're going to be 2-1s. You play Kill an Overseer and just swing. So I'm just going to block fine in a couple of turns, though. This is just, if Red Source you control deal combat damage, deals. I think we're just going to play Overseer and pass and shoot something with the Siege Gang Commander. Not sure exactly what, but something. Hope I'm not playing too conservatively here. I kind of feel like we have the edge, so I should be attacking. But I think as the game goes long, we just get more and more of an edge, probably. Another Lava Runner. Doesn't give trample or anything, yeah. So let's trade a Goblin, I guess, for like the Journey Mage. Rest in peace, Goblin. Okay, Swamp's nice. Next turn, this is gonna flip. So I think I'm gonna play the Stronghold Confessor, keep up a Goblin once again, and then we'll go like block, 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 shoot. Or maybe we should just wait, because next turn it's going to be bad. Maybe having both of these effects up is nice. We could play the Stronghold Confessor just as a 1-1. Not get much value, but... Or we can just play it as a 3-3 and offer the trade. But I guess if we just put it down, we can still trade for like Champion of Flame. Next turn is the crucial one, I think. So we don't really want to use Siege Gang Commander. I guess we could just keep up everything and just try and shoot everything my opponent plays. Still have settled the score in hand. Yeah, maybe we just cash in like Siege Gang Commander next turn, actually. That'll be good. I think that mitigates my opponent's play pretty much completely. And we get rid of Flame of Killed, fortunately, thank goodness. Yeah, I agree with my opponent's estimation that things aren't going to get better than this. We go like block, block, and I guess we're maybe not going to use all of our mana then, are we? Unless they have a trick, but then I guess we get the opportunity to blow out tricks. We just trade everything away here. I'm really not unhappy with that, I don't think, though. Keep the Siege Gang Commander. We're going to sacrifice that Goblin to kill off the Lava Runner. Then, 2, sacrifice that Goblin. Yeah, Siege Gang Commander, I think, kind of single-handedly stole this game for us. Okay, my opponent's down to 1 card. They don't have anything to play. And we're going to have Urgaros online. Do we want to swing with our Siege Gang Commander? I don't know if they can really get us with anything. I guess there's the 3-3 Flash if they were playing that. Seems unlikely, though. Yeah. Play Urgaros. This is more of a clock than anything else at this point, but I'm not super unhappy with that. So they have at least 4 Lava Runners in the deck. It's kind of crazy. Okay, we got him. Wow, I did not think we were going to be able to pull that game out. Siege Gang Commander, ladies and gentlemen. Siege Gang Commander. Goodness. And Barracks. Man, the star power is what saved us in both of these games. Whew. Whew. Man, yeah. I did not think we were going to get there, but I am super, super happy, super stoked. I think we can go all the way. 3-0, here we come. Okay, so we're back for match 2. We've won the die roll. Perfectly fine hand here, question mark? It's a little bit land light. If we find 1 or 2 lands, that ends up being pretty good. We can play the Skin Witch if we want or need to. We actually have pretty good awareness of whether we need to based on Divest. I'm going to keep... I'm not necessarily in love with this, but I don't think it's bad either. Having Divest in our opening hand is nice because it's probably going to be at its best here. If we knew of a single individual card we needed to steal from our opponent, we may wait, but it's nice to know we're going to hit. Ooh, okay. This is good. This isn't revealed, right? Oh, it is revealed. So these should go into there, I think. I guess just in case, Time of Ice, Weight of Memory, and stuff. Okay, we're gonna take Adelies. I think that's a pretty easy pick. Merfolk Trickster is good, but Adelies is better. Yeah, cool. I feel like most of the modern cards say reveal rather than look at. Okay, I played one Swan or one Island. And we're having to deal with all the aggressive decks. Ooh, great draw, great draw. I don't think I'm gonna play the Skin Witch. This loses all abilities. So I guess Deathblood Child would just trade for it. Maybe we should play the Skin Witch. Getting up to 6 mana might be a little bit speculative. And a lot of time... Well, my opponent's playing Time of Ice and Weight of Memory, though. Maybe they're a slower version of this deck. Time of Ice, I guess, is a good proactive card, too. But Weight of Memory is definitely a little bit slower. I'll bet Skin Witch has a target. Let's wait. That is assuming we hit more land drops on the way up. Just not for sure, certainly. Okay, we gotta play our Thallid. My opponent would probably just flash in their Trickster. I think I would. Maybe they have something else here. Okay, decide against it, which means they are just gonna play the Trickster, I would imagine. Happy seeing our Swamp there. Just lands kind of going up the curve are pretty good. We've drawn exceptionally well this game. We started out with 2 lands and drawn 2 already. Oh, it syncopate for 1. Alright, fair enough. Nope, we will not pay for that. So, Merfolk Trickster next turn, maybe? Working their way up to Weight of Memories. I imagine they won't play Time of Ice with no good reason. Unfortunately, unless we draw something, we really don't have a great play next turn. Could play the Skin Witch if we had to. But yeah, nothing super exciting. Tolarian Scholar, which means they're sitting on 1 card we don't know about. A bunch of cards we do. 4-drop, I guess? Hey, there we go. I mean, this draw though, right? Okay. Let's go ahead and pass. So I guess as long as I'm just dictating what the deck should give us, next turn I would like another land. Just to be clear. Land? Good. Not as good. Don't really want to trade this off for the Scholar, especially because it keeps the Merfolk Trickster at bay. Opponent chose not to play anything at all last turn, including lands, so I guess they're probably stuck on lands. I think I'm just gonna sit. Eldritch Reborn's gonna be good, Calico Skin Witch, all of this is powerful. I don't know if we have to try and make waves with the Confessor. Yeah, okay, they're even just tapping it down. Okay, fair enough. We gonna take a beating? Looks like my opponent is willing to try for it. Land. Eh, not a land yet. Alright, so now we have a little bit of a choice. We can settle the score, or we could play Skin Witch, or we can continue to sit. Continuing to sit gets a little bit scary. Settle the score is one of our only good removal spells, though. They find a land, they just play like Time of Ice next turn, then we take a fair amount of damage pretty quick. Skin Witch I feel like is just going to be so good on a mana-starved opponent. And I guess we have Fire Intervention in hand. I guess I'm going to settle the score. And it feels kind of clunky, but it's something we can do with our mana. And I'm not going to swing at the Confessor again. I still think that our top end is good enough here. Even with Weight of Memory? Maybe not. Yeah, maybe not. There's a reasonable chance they play land Time of Ice next turn, in which case the Stronghold Confessor gets kind of ruined. But if we can stop 2 points of damage, I think I'm happy with that. I think I'm still just going to sit on my hands. Hope that inactivity doesn't kill us in the long run. It's going to be a Time of Ice moment. If it is, it's not the worst for us. They get again for another couple points of damage, but this isn't super high impact or anything. So with Time of Ice, this is not a May effect. We could play both of these and say, hey, one of these is just going to get bounced back to our hand. We're going to get value from it. Don't really have any other good play, and I want to keep from taking some damage. So I guess we're going to let the Skin Witch Dream die. We'll probably get back Chronicler. I guess we can potentially swing in with the Skin Witch next turn. Possible too. Especially if we find a land, maybe like make something sack. So we're kind of using this as, I guess they could just target the Confessor again, right? So I guess it's not a May, but you don't have to bounce those. That loses a lot of our top end. Yeah, maybe that was bad. I was kind of thinking they had to target that, but they didn't give us the Chronicler back, so they didn't play around it completely. Well, I was very, very complimentary for our deck just handing us lands for the first couple of turns, but we did kind of get stuck. Although our opponent is stuck at 4 as well. Alien Arcanist, not fantastic. Yeah, cool. Well, we'll get to bounce back the Skin Witch anyway here, I guess. So we're just gonna play Eldest Reborn and swing in and try and bounce everything. Or do we want Skin Witch still to block? Maybe. My opponent's not playing anything real proactive, so maybe it can just keep blocking here. Don't really want to use Fire Intervention. We can play Skizix and try and trade for both of my opponent's cards. Or we can just play Eldest Reborn sit. Yeah, maybe we'll just play Eldest Reborn sit. I guess eventually we can get Adelies back. Not fantastic. It's not terrible though. A flyer might help break parity here. Hope we don't get syncopated. I guess that would be rough. Okay, let my opponent sacrifice. Really good if the Skin Witch did get to resolve again. 2 points of life matter that much? Really can't decide. I don't want to bounce it. Is that just crazy? We take 2 points, but we can still play other stuff next turn, and kicking it would be so powerful. Yeah, so greedy though. So greedy. I think I'm gonna do it though. It's so greedy. Happily blocking here. Between these two effects though, assuming we find a land, we just get to absolutely tear apart my opponent's hand. Okay. They're gone. This burns us if they have like Skizix or something. Okay, Cloudreader Sphinx is good. We have Fire Intervention for it. My opponent also have Weight of Memory, which again, they're still going to be able to play at some point here. Scry's 2 to the bottom. I guess that's better than scrying 2 to the top, right? Yep, take 2. Land. Really not happy with land with a bunch of expensive cards in hand. And more value, I guess being able to deploy our threats would be good. Yeah, opponent discards a card. I imagine it's going to be something that's not Weight of Memory. Keldon Raider. So we just Fire Intervention, just blow up the Sphinx, take another 2. Alternatively, we could play like Thallid Omnivore. We take 3 in that case. Or Skizix, I guess. Yeah, I'm just going to play the Intervention. I think that has the least likelihood of going wrong for us. Next turn, we're going to get to bring back probably Keldon Raider. Go down to 10. Yeah, I mean, we're taking damage. My opponent doesn't seem like they're like the crazy beatdown deck. Ooh. Interesting. Or I guess that's true. We should just take Cloudreader Sphinx, shouldn't we? I guess that's kind of a duh if we're shooting it. Yeah, that's better. Okay, so unless they have some sort of like reanimate and response here, that's good. Do we want Soul Salvage? Right now, no, we don't even have any great stuff we're pulling back. So we're gonna put that on bottom. We want Mountain. We're gonna have a tough time deploying threats. I think we actually, yeah. On the other hand, maybe just getting like some more removal or something along the way might be good. I'll put it on the bottom. I'm going to play the Skin Witch here. There's a reasonable chance we hit Weight of Memory, I think. Because they probably have an instant, and if they want to use their mana effectively, either we get to steal the instant or not. Yeah, I mean, that all seems good. Counterspell? Maybe the Counterspell. That would be maybe a reason why you wouldn't. My opponent's got to know we have the Skin Witch. On the other hand, I really don't want them to play Weight of Memory. I think I'm going to go for it. If they have a Counterspell, it's not good, but if they don't, which they don't, it looks pretty tough for my opponent. Why didn't they play Weight of Memory? They have the mana. They just F6 through on accident? I have to imagine that was an error. Maybe I'm missing something. You guys will have to let me know if I'm missing something here. Okay, our opponent chose to mill us, which I'm happy with. We have some reanimate effects in the deck. And I don't think it's real likely we're going to mill down to 0 here. And I guess even if we do, my opponent, that just is a parity move in that case. We just play another Skin Witch. Keep wreaking havoc on my opponent's hand. We are taking, I guess, their least good card. I guess they'll remain their best card. Assuming that's not like crazy bomb level, we can always get the Chronicler and then settle the score again. If they're just like sort of individually powerful cards, we get massive value here. Okay, Mountain and Academy Journey Mage. Seems fine. Hey, our first attack of the game. We played super conservatively. We definitely could have tried to get in for some more damage earlier, I think. I don't know, maybe we mitigate a little bit of damage. I guess maybe not really, since my opponent played like Time of Ice to tap down the Confessor and the like anyway. We'll play again. We could play Skizix and get in there. Or we could play Gitu Chronicler and rebuy a removal spell and just play it slow. Don't think there's anything my opponent's going to have that kills us out of nowhere, so I think I'm going to play the Skizix. This hits pretty hard. It turns up the clock in a very real way for our opponent. We could swing with everything they'd probably block. We could Fungal Infection. 2 points isn't likely to matter, and then, yeah. Okay, well, I think that our draw ended up lining up pretty well against our opponents. Although I think, honestly, the biggest blunder, I guess, may have just been not playing the Weight of Memory. Chip and Fire on Skizix. Okay, fair enough. Still works out okay for us. Thallid Omnivore, I guess, even has the slight upside that it can eat that Saproling for life if we need it to. My opponent's just super flooded now. Okay, so we've got 7 mana. I'm going to use the Chronicler at this point. Let's see, we swing for 6 here. It's down to 7. I guess maybe it's worth playing the Omnivore just to try and force damage. On the other hand, I guess this is, if these connect, my opponent is down to 7. We could play the Chronicler and get a removal spell, and then we have lethal. Or, let's take settle the score. At the very least, a pretty good attack still. Okay. So I managed to just kind of grind my opponent out there with multiple Skin Witches. My opponent is playing blue-red, although it's a much less aggressive version of blue-red than I've seen, which I am thankful for. I think our deck does better in a long game than it does in a short game. Don't really need to bring in our many 2-drops. I think Divest has potential. Adeliz is probably still our biggest danger card, because we don't have a ton of good cheap removal. And just the flyer on its own is going to be good. Does anything seem bad in this deck? Thallid Omnivore still just sort of seems whatever. I guess maybe there's a chance we can like beat it on the ground. Maybe we should just play like another Cabal Evangel over maybe an Omnivore. Yeah, that seems alright. Okay, I think I'm just gonna run this back. Not a huge change. That maybe should just be a change for the main deck too. Thallid Omnivores are a little bit worse in multiples. Just because they're 4-drops that kind of rely on having a bit of a board presence. Okay, perfectly reasonable hand here. My opponent has gone down to 6. Let's go ahead and keep. We have some early action if we need to have it. This, I guess, is still kind of weak to like a quick start with Adeliz, but it seemed like my opponent was not on that as much. My opponent went to top with the Scry. Soul Salvage, fine, but not fantastic for what our hand's looking like right now. We do have Fungal Infection on the off chance my opponent plays a 1 toughness creature. There aren't actually a ton I can think of in this color combination, at least a 2-drop. I think same rule as before. I'm not going to try and play the Chronicler or the Skin Witch, even though in this matchup I often would. Next turn I guess I'll play Overseer and swing, probably. Okay, there's the Adeliz. And that is public enemy number 1 for sure. Okay, well, we found a way to kill it if we draw some lands. We haven't actually drawn any here, though, which is a little bit awkward. Fungal infection. If only the sapling flew. Even then, though, Natalie is just playing something. Instant speed is rough. Alright, Journey Mage bounce. That's the real deal. It's the real deal. Yep, take it. Come on, land. Land's good. I think we play Keldon Overseer. Well, no, I guess we probably play the Omnivore in this case. It's a little bit more mana efficient. I don't really want to use Fungal Infection here. And even if my opponent has one spell, the Omnivore still blocks fine. Then we need to find one more land, and then we can Fire Intervention the Adelies. My opponent is running out of gas a little bit, thanks to their mulligan. Okay, Arcane Flight, not good for us, not good for us. This is what we call a Mayday, Mayday. Okay, so we got down to 10. Alright, we don't have good answers to flyers in this deck. Okay, drawing a land there was pretty crucial. I think we're just here. The Journey Mage. Adelies is dangerous, but the Journey Mage is bigger. Consistently so. They have like Syncopate, we're just dead, I think, in this position. Uh-oh. Yeah, that's No, this deck always kills me. Every time. Except for last game, I guess. And last match. Oof. Guess I should have swung first. Maybe they would have had a trick they would have gone for. I guess we have to draw, like, settle the score, and even then we're in a rough spot. Larian Scholar. We're going down to 4 here. We just don't have cheap removal. That's like the deck's kind of biggest flaw. Yeah, there's no way we live here, right? I guess we Fungal Infection. I guess we could go to 1, but we don't have an out after that, I don't think. So we could play Fungal Infection, sack the Saproling, gain a couple points of life. Well, and then maybe like Keldon Overseer, we like get him. Alright, I think that's good enough that we're gonna try for it. I don't know if that's even just enough damage, even regardless. We need another mana to take and eat it too. But regardless, I guess we're casting stuff here, right? It's not just over. It's a long shot, but we'll play to our long shot out. One swings at everything. We get in for 5, 8, maybe. This will be a moment of glory if it works. Steal their last card, hit them with it. We gain some life. Double block. Now we have to draw a land. They have to have nothing here. And they have to have like a threat that we can steal that hits them for a fair amount. Or no creature at all. That's 3, 6, 7, 8. No, Time of Ice. Alright, I think that's actually just game. We gave ourselves an out though. It was close. Yeah, that was close. Let's see if we can draw a land. No, wouldn't have gotten a land anyway, so don't think it would have mattered. But I don't know. That was clever play. I'm proud of myself. Still don't really think we need 2 drops. Just unfortunately, our opponent's swinging on an axis we don't answer incredibly well. We could play Blessing of Belzenlock for the chance of lifelink, but I don't think that we even necessarily need to be worried about my opponent always having that Gravestar. I guess they are playing Arcane Flight. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 cards to get good vantage from that. Whisper feels like it could be fine. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe let's bring in the Blessing. Doesn't seem like it's misery anyway. So maybe we cut like Divest then. Well, I don't know. I kind of like the idea of maybe hitting Adeliz turn 1 off Divest too. I don't think it's real likely this matchup's going to come down to a top deck war in the late game. Maybe we cut one more Omnivore then. Alright. Would like to play first. Yeah, perfectly fine hand here. We're a mountain away from getting Varix online. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's not fantastic. Still not sure whether we should be playing Chroniclers. It may have helped us out a little bit last game if we'd played them a little bit more aggressively, our 1-3s. Cabal Evangel makes that choice easier, certainly. Good time to draw it. This is definitely going to be at its best on turn 2. And even then it's not fantastic, but it is at its best then. Okay, so we do want to find Mountain on time. I think we just play Varix. We're not going to try and wait for 7 necessarily. Unless, of course, we can't find double red, which makes that easier. I'm not going to play the Chronicler. Right, well, on the other hand, find double red, we're maybe doing okay anyway, and if we don't find double red, we might want the 1-3 in play. Kind of nice fodder with Whisper, like we'd always bring it. Although I guess coming back to the battlefield doesn't do much with the Chronicler. Don't have, well, Fire Intervention. I'm not going to play it. I never know. These are well, like, designed and fun cards because it is hard to tell when you should go for it and when you shouldn't, but I never know. No Adeliz. Valerian Scholar is acceptable. Balduke, definitely worse than some of our other options, but that's alright. Whisper, yes. And we might be to the point now that, like, if we found Mountain next turn, would we play Varix? Maybe not. Might depend on what my opponent plays, if it looks like we're going to be under pressure. They may just have, like, a Tolarian Journey Mage. That's what it's called? No, Academy Journey Mage. That's right. In which case my opponent gets to get in for a couple points. Okay, Time of Ice here I am not super bummed about. Maybe we should have played the Chronicler. We'd save ourselves some life here. Blocks. Okay. Burgros, good eventually, not great right now. I guess my opponent's just going to tap down Balduke, so we might as well get in with the Cabal Evangel. Yeah, we're never going to get any value off Balduke, unfortunately, in this deck. It's just a 3-2 for 3, with the legendary upside for things like Blessing of Belzenlock. I think this turning into a race is not going to favor us most of the time, though. Yeah, Adeliz is scary. Although we do have Fire Intervention for it. Find a land, any land. Come on, land. Ooh, another 5-drop. Rough. Okay, well, I guess we're just going to play Chronicler here. We're not going to swing. Doesn't get bounced, but then hopefully we can block the Tolarian Scholar, at least. Oh man, our hand's so good, but we need the lands to play it. We are playing 17. Like, we didn't take any shortcuts on that side. Yep. Opponent hasn't missed a land drop yet, so it's possible they're a little bit flooded. Nation for good beats here. Are we chump blocking? I think we might actually be at this point. Feels bad, but it may be a necessary evil. We have such good upside. I just don't want to lose to our opponent going really long. On the other hand, if they have like Academy Journey Mage, they put us in a tough spot to chump block next turn. I think we're just going to take it. We got into 8 though. Ugh. Okay, we found a land. Thank goodness. So we get Siege King Commander. That opens us up for the most damage this next upcoming turn, but means we can almost certainly kill Adeliz next turn, and it's a little bit better, more proactive than Fiery Intervention. I guess if we Fiery Intervention, then we're guaranteed to be able to block. Unless my opponent... Well, even if my opponent has, like, Journey Mage, we could chump. Maybe we just want to get Adelies off the battlefield. My opponent has Syncopate. How does that mess with us? It messes with us pretty good. I think I might just actually try and just take out Adelies here. No Syncopate. Opponent has an F6. That's a bad sign. This opponent definitely F6s. Yep. Syncopate for 1. Cannot pay for it. We're gonna have to chump block this turn for sure. My opponent's got a trick. Or Journey Mage or whatever. Weight of Memory. Darn. I think we're gonna lose this game, unfortunately. Even with like such fantastic cards in hand. My opponent's up to 7 spells here. Relic Runner's dangerous, although not a disaster either. Okay, well, block. So we're kind of guaranteed to take at least another couple points of damage next turn. Play the Siege Gang Commander. Hope to hold on. Can't play Divest. I guess we could play Divest plus Varix. If we play Commander and they've got Journey Mage, they bounce it, and then we're dead over 2 turns, right? Because we can't bring it back. Alright, maybe let's play Varix and Divest. And then at least we can see if we're just straight up dead. Oh, Time of Ice and Deep Freeze. No. Well, I guess Siege Gang Commander wouldn't have done it anyway. Rough. Yeah, I don't know. I think we played as cleanly as we could, but I think the game is over. Next turn they play Time of Ice. Tap something, or tap that down. Swing. They actually don't technically have lethal, but they basically have lethal. Ah, yeah, just our lands failed us this last game. We drew all of our top end and couldn't get there. Darn. I don't think there's anything we can do that interacts here realistically here, but we'll draw. Who knows? Certainly going to block. No reason not to. Yeah, we're just taking 2 in the air. True tragedy. That hurts. I feel like trophies have eluded us an awful lot in this format, but it feels like we play a lot of blue-red too, and that's a good deck. Yeah, no, I'm bummed, but that's okay. It was a good game for my opponent. They played well. Maybe we should have chump blocked a little bit earlier. Maybe we should have played Chronicler a little bit earlier. Maybe that's just the lesson I need to learn here. We need to play our 1/3s on turn 2. My opponent just didn't seem that aggressive game 1, but I guess they just got kind of unlucky. Adelies is really what killed us both games, though. And that's the one weakness of this deck. We just didn't have a good answer to a very good, like, early aggressive threat. Oh well, we can still pick up the 2-1 hopefully next match and redeem ourselves just a little bit. I'll see you guys for that. Alright, we are here for match 3. I'm going to keep this hand. Assuming we don't play against another mono-red or red-blue deck, I like it quite a bit. If we do play against a mono-red or red deck, we're going to definitely be on the slow side. And this hand's kind of slow in general, but there's a lot of power here. Eldritch Reborn's great, Varix is great. My opponent's playing Mountains. That's often more aggressive, but not necessarily. We're definitely a mountain playing deck that's not super hyper aggressive. Okay, red-white. With no play on turn 2, I like that. We're on a few more lands than I would like at this point. Memorial to Folly is kind of nice. I think at this point we're going to play Varix Bladewing on its base, since Eldritch Reborn has a chance of being able to steal it back if my opponent can kill it. And a 4/4 flyer if my opponent can't kill will often kill them pretty quickly too, so. Okay, opponent missing the land drop? Land, nope, not doing anything. Oh wow. That is not the color or card I expected, but I guess there's a reason you pitch it if you don't have the lands. Yeah, let's play Varric's Bladewing. It's looking pretty good against an opponent that hasn't hit a third land drop yet. Next turn we can play Eldest Reborn. We probably won't unless my opponent plays a creature. Then I guess we probably will, just because the discard... Okay. Opponent has had enough. That was a tough start, certainly. Well, and, you know, Varric's on turn 4 is pretty good, I guess. What are they playing? Black, white, red. Makes me think I don't have to worry about aggression. I still think I didn't actually change it out, but I should have, like an Evangel for an Omnivore. Oh, just one, though? We'll just try this. I wonder if Whisper's just bad. It was good against me in literally one pre-release game, and that was sealed, and it was quite good there. Maybe it just seems bad in this deck, though, because we have been playing pretty fast games. Yeah, we're going to keep it in for sure for now. Okay, I think we're going to keep this. We have turn 3 Dreadshade, so even though we don't have Mountain, that's a pretty big draw to keep the hand. One has Mulligan down to 6, but keeps at that point, and puts a card on top. And they chose to go second. Fair enough. So we are definitely hoping for Mountain, but we wouldn't actually even play it on time. Or, like, wouldn't be able to play the Chronicler on time even if we wanted to. They found a Swamp this time. So it's possible to, like, black-red splashing for the white. Swamp isn't great there. The only real advantage at this point is that it helps buff up Dreadshade, but that's not a massive bonus. Black, black. Another Swamp. And maybe Dreadshade will just, like, hit my opponent for a billion over a couple of turns. Well, it's impressive. So far we've played 2 non-lands in the matchup. They've both been rares. Or I guess Barracks is a legendary, I'm pretty sure. Or a mythic. He's also a legendary. Okay, Mountain's good there. We're going to swing with our Dreadshade and then play Thallid Omnivore. Could have swung for 7 that turn. The True Dream. Cast down. Oh, okay. Yep, it is dead. Good spell for my opponent, certainly. But we're not doing too bad here either. Kind of want to find another red source for either of these guys, his second kicker ability, and kind of just want to find basically no more swamps. Just never draw another swamp and the deck will be fine. Looks like they maybe are like legit 3 colors here. They're playing at least one plains in addition to the duel. Okay, another Omnivore. They actually kind of work well here together. We'll play 1 Omnivore and swing with this Omnivore, and then we can always set up a kind of tough block for my opponent. Omnivores for days. Are we just going to sacrifice? Yeah, this seems fine. Or we could just trade. I guess it kind of ends up being the same, right? Sure, we trade. That way it's untapped. Omnivore for Omnivore. My debt is repaid. What's that from? A life for a life. My debt's... Oh, I know. Lawn. Tiana. Alright, that's a good card. Yeah. That's a good card. I don't really have a whole lot to say beyond that. So we can play Deathplume Thallid and still swing with our Omnivore. Can't swing with anything else though anyway. We do need to find, like I said, one more red source, but we're getting close to the point where we could like Keldon Overseer and eat something, that is value. Very, very expensive active treason, Nantuku Husk, but that's pretty good. Well, so much for the dream there. Yeah, Yawgmoth's File Offering is pretty good when you get to activate it. Ouch. What's our plan now? Plan is to draw something good, I think. Well, we're gonna play Keldon Overseer. I don't think we can really avoid it at this point. My opponent can make that up to a 5/5, and I guess we're gonna double block. We can't just let the Dreadshade live. They got something from there, we're kind of toast. But we are not winning a racing battle with Dreadshade and Tiana, I don't think. Especially when my opponent's still got way more cards in hand than we do. Man, these legendary sorceries, I don't know, I guess they're splashy. I don't actually love their design. I'm in a double block. It's kind of rough because if my opponent can just allow the trade here, and they 2-for-1 us nice and cleanly, making Yawgmoth's Vile Offering, I guess, a 4-for-1? No, I guess it's just, no, 4-for-1. That's right. Shivan Fire, yeah, we weren't beating a combat trick or removal spell there, I think, anyway. I guess, like, Mountain and then, like, Varix still keeps us in the game, maybe. We're not looking very kind, though. Yeah, Eldest Reborn's actually not bad. The best card's already on the battlefield, but we could get back, like, Tiana. Yeah, not bad. The opponent sacrifice something is impacting on the board. Don't really want to play Chronicler, although I guess we're not actually getting any value right now at this point either. Feels like we will at some point. The opponent just gave us back the Dreadshade. Yeah, it doesn't feel like there's much of a reason to play the Chronicler. Not going to swing there. I don't think the 1 point of damage matters too much compared to my opponent like playing a random Keldon Overseer. Okay. Opponent going to swing in before playing whatever it is they were thinking of playing. It's good. Windgrace Acolyte's a good one. Just another flyer is kind of annoying for us in general. Divest is not a very good draw at this point. Okay. So let's crack our Memorial. We'll get back our Shade, I think, just because it hits as hard as it does. And we'll replay it. Wish my opponent hit something fantastic off the Windgrace Acolyte, but not to be. I guess maybe that was bad. Maybe we should have taken the Omnivore. Actually, probably should have taken... Well, though we couldn't play it, though, this turn. Yeah, but, like, Omnivore means we have 2 turns at life instead of just... Or I guess 3 turns at life, because we can sack the Sap Rolling. I guess we can bring back the Omnivore with Eldritch Reborn. Never mind. All according to plan. All according to plan. Probably should have thought that out better, though. I'll go Skin Witch. Okay. You got me. You got me. Whisper. Does Whisper do anything? I don't really think so. Yeah, we're just gonna bring back Omnivore. Is there any reason to take the one out of my opponent's deck? I think so. I don't think so. Yeah, we're still in a heap of trouble here, but we're definitely gonna keep forging ahead. Want to use exactly 1 pump this time. I think having Whisper in the battlefield is better. I guess maybe we can like do Deathbloom Thallid loops to stay alive if we find like removal. A lot of stuff has to go right. A lot of stuff has to go right. How could we have played this better? Or did we just really get wrecked by Yawgmoth's Vile Offering? Sort of feels like we just got wrecked by Yawgmoth's Vile Offering. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I can't think of any massive error we made. There may have been a couple of close calls. Well, maybe just out of gas. But we kind of need him to be. And we need to get kind of lucky, maybe even luckier than we possibly can get given the contents of our deck. Soul Salvage is pretty good. Getting back the Thallid Omnivore and Sergeant at Arms. Oof. Again, we're going to draw here. We're going to just see where this takes us, but... Swamp Town, my favorite town. Okay, well, 1-1. My opponent won a fair game, and we won a game where they got screwed. Hopefully we can win a fair game and go the distance here. I still don't think we really need the 2 drops. Tossing a Bells and Lock seems just kind of whatever. Honestly, the Omnivore may just be better than the Cabal Evangel. Got flyers, which is still the problem. Yeah, I just keep coming back to it, but this deck just has such poor removal, I think, is its biggest problem. It's kind of its one step away from just being quite good. Yeah, I mean, keep. Has a removal spell. Actually has 2 removal spells. Doesn't do a whole ton. Unless we find lands. Maybe this maybe this hand wasn't great either. Soul Salvages. Definitely not something you'd love in your opening hand. And this hand has a chance to just kind of not go anywhere. Having Fungal Infection makes it better. On lands. We do need lands. Lands off the top. Yeah. Deathbloom Thallid is good if we find a land. Come on, land. Land. Don't punish me for my maybe impetuous keep. Impetuous is a good word. Knight of Malice. Come on, land. Really need land. Any land. Preferably mountain, but I will take any land. On land. Alright. We've got a game. So we can play the Thallid. I actually think we're not going to block. Would we go for a Fungal Infection next turn? We could just, like, hit back and forth, and that's not the worst. Fungal Infection means we could potentially block. We find a land. Yeah, we're still just in land mode. Land. We can play the Thallid Omnivore. I guess blocking maybe would mean that we could play Soul Salvage. That gives us something to do. Land. Nice. The key is to say it right when you're drawing, because then your deck gets surprised and it gives it to you. In that case, we're just going to swing with our Deathbloom Thallid. Yeah, I think the more I think about it, that keep was awfully risky, but it is working out, so. Got a cast down. Avoid 1 reason to keep up mana. 2. Okay. I don't hate that because we do have the Soul Salvage, and that's something we can play. I think with that in mind, especially if we find something else cheap we can play, I might try and get the Fungal Infection. Deathbloom Thallid Dream. Although they have a white spell, that makes it worse too. Old Confessor. Okay. Yeah, I think we're just waiting. We're going to try and Fungal Infection, and then I guess we'll Soul Salvage stuff back next turn. We can't continue to race, I don't think. Phone hasn't found red, but... Okay, yeah, well, we'll Fungal Infection. And double block. I'd rather my opponent trade for the Deathbloom Thallid, but I think they probably will. I guess if they really suspect Soul Salvage, maybe they wouldn't, but I don't think that's likely. So this is going to end up giving us a 1/1 Saproling, and then we'll be able to rebuy our value, which is nice. Kind of slow, kind of derpy. Stop retreat. They have all their colors, and actually we've got colors now too. That's nice. Are we still Soul Salvaging? Get Soul Salvage plus Chronicler. We can also just Fiery Intervention. I think we need to save Fiery Intervention. We have, I think, answers to the Knight. So we'll go for our Sword of Divination here. Not very mana efficient. That's kind of its biggest count against it. We are... I was going to say we're about even on board. And about even in hand, but Dark Bargain actually does kind of catapult my opponent into value land. Blood Tallow Candle eventually will be able to kill something. That is not a completely do-nothing card. I think we're just going to be taking 2 from the Knight here. Yep. They know the contents of our hand to some degree. If they play anything good, we'll probably kill it. Sergeant at Arms. that is good and not particularly killable, unfortunately. Yeah, just play an Omnivore with the ability to sacrifice, and we're going to pass. Hopefully that just kind of blanks my opponent's offensive. They have another removal spell. Kind of awkward, although it would have to be a like straight up kill spell, like Impale or Cast Down, something like that. Ooh, Skin Witch. Yuck. Yeah, okay, Skin Witch is good. What are we pitching? We could pitch Fiery Intervention in the hopes of finding another red for the Chronicler and buying it back. But if we have the Chronicler, we could always just get back something like Soul Salvage. We do have Blood Tallow Candle still. We could just pitch both of these. How good is Chronicler? I feel like I'm like constantly overrating Chronicler. Just is so good is the real answer. I think that's too much. I'm going to pitch Chronicler and the Omnivore, I think. That was pretty good for my opponent. They really did make a mess out of our hand there. And we're kind of top decking. Looks like they don't have good attacks, at least, which is good. Or at the very least, it was just so enticing that they didn't want to work into it. Can't really swing with the Thalat Omnivore because we take such a large crackback back. But we'll play it here and pass. And, I mean, we find, like, Mountain plus Barracks. That's obviously quite good. We still have Siege Gain Commander, which we also need a Mountain for. Urgaros. We have good cards. Let's see. I guess if we do swing, my opponent can crack back like those guys. We just only take 3. I guess we trade 3 for 3 and then get to pop that. Nah. Let's wait. My opponent has more value. Again, in hand, I don't think we're gonna outrace them. Uh-oh, this looks big, whatever it is. Another Skin Witch? Even Lord Belzenlock. Well, that's really unfortunate, because actually both of our removal spells missed that. Just got Jousting Lance too. Oh, how are we getting destroyed so much? I thought our deck was good. But we are getting destroyed. Can't fight Belzenlock unless we find something else. I guess we're taking 8 here. We could just blow up the Jousting Lance, I guess. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I guess maybe that's our best option. Because otherwise, that buys us a turn. Otherwise, Belzenlock kills us in 2. 6 toughness is pretty darn good against us right here. Ouch. Ouch. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like we got... I guess last match was pretty close. This matchup we got kind of rolled in, though. I guess maybe the fact that we had some, like, pretty good top end, but kind of mediocre bottom end. Yeah, I think this game's super over. It just meant that we ended up kind of getting rolled as the game went on. We can't even all first strike that. I guess we're going to chump block. Because we do... Well, it doesn't even buy us a turn either. Yeah, I don't think there's anything we can have here, but... Maybe, like, Barracks. Yeah, alright, that's not going to do it. Yeah, what? I don't know. Disappointing league for sure. I feel like our deck was fine. Like I said, there was definitely some chaff. Like, I'm not in love with playing main deck Divest or 3 Thalat Omnivores, maybe not fantastic. We were missing removal. Really, really missed removal. We played like Felduk and Keldon Overseer, some kind of mediocre 3-drops. I feel like our top end was just so good, though, that should have made up for it more often. But I guess maybe we were just so behind by the time we got there that it didn't matter a lot of the time. Yeah, I don't know. You guys will have to let me know. There's always places you guys find that I could have played a little bit more cleanly, and maybe I could have edged out a couple more games over these matches. I've been having a tough time in the format, and I guess this match is, or this draft is kind of emblematic of that. Feels like the deck should be good. Maybe I just have a poor idea of what the format requires. In any case, I really do appreciate everyone that's been so supportive. Thanks for subscribing, thanks for liking, thanks for commenting. I love to hear your guys' thoughts on the format and how I could have maybe improved my play just a little bit better, so definitely leave a comment. Subscribe if you haven't. Thanks so much for watching. I will see you guys next time.